Pisces. Pisces, this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm here with a reading for you for the month of September. I'm starting out with you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So I'm going to lay some tarot cards here, and we'll talk about it, and we'll see what we can see. There you go. Now, the first is this Three of Coins. The Three of Coins. Three of Coins. Pisces, are you working hard? Or are you hardly working? All right, so this is the question. It seems that you try and try to get to where you want to go, work-wise, creativity-wise. And this seems, Pisces, to be the issue. Those of you, mostly Pisces, and it's always, no matter what type of work you do, Pisces, it always seems that you are creative, that you feel like you're doing a bit of something very, very creative, and has to do with communication. Especially in your communication, you're creative. Look, Pisces, there are many of you who, on the one hand, fear something coming up, as if you're thinking, oh my God, I don't know if I'll be able to make it. Oh, I don't know if I can make it. I won't be up to par, you're thinking. But on the other hand, there are those of you, Pisces, who just know. And, you know, they're the same people. It's as if you do fear. It's this dichotomy, this split energy that we all have, where you know deep down in your heart you're going to make it. But then there is that human element that just makes us fear a little bit, that will I make it? Will I not make it? Who knows? Who knows? How are we to know? How are we to know? And so the month seems to go, because you have, I'm seeing a deadline. I'm seeing a deadline at the end of September. And even if it's not a deadline that others impose on you, you have imposed it on yourself. Or it seems, you know, for many of you, it will be a negotiated deadline to the effect of, for example, yeah, I think I'll have it done by the end of September. Okay, let's say the end of September. All right. Now, be that as it may, you still have these two sort of vacillating energies. And we have the Five of Coins. All right, so the Five of Coins, look, Pisces. There is that looming deadline that you're giving yourself more rather than other people. But why is that so? It seems that, again, there's that bit of fear that seeps in, that, you know, I'll give you an example. You're writing a book and you're working with an agent, and the agent is telling you, look, we can make this if you're able to finish this proposal by the 30th of September. I can work with you. By the 30th of September, that's perfect timing, and then we can, you know, organize this event, and this other event. So all put together in a few months, we can say by the beginning of the year, January, it will be a bestseller. You'll have pre-orders. Okay, so they're dangling these notions in front of you, all of these ideas, and you're buying them. okay, Pisces. And because it is that creative element that surges in you, that's there, and never before have you felt this moment to be so compelling, because you've, let's say, as the example, you have written before, you have written books before, you have done many things that are similar to what we're talking about. But for some reason, as time goes by and your maturity it develops, you think, I've got to be better than before. I just can't show myself as not being, successful. Now, what's interesting for me to see is that Anzus, that rune that talks about the communication as being the most important element. Ah, so nice. Look, Pisces, what do we have? We have Soilo here talking to you and saying, Pisces, look, why don't you calm down? Because success is written. There will be success. It will be a bestseller. It will be as your dreams have thought, as you dreamt it could be. It will be. Okay. Now, let's go and take a look and see what difficulty there is in your shadow, because there's that shadow side to us, and we're looking at that. Here we go. Look at this beautiful, beautiful spread. We've got this moment of fidelity, this moment of trust, looking away from these other beautiful moments. And one is the communication, and one is that success in all realms. Because, Pisces, I have to say, I'm seeing you as being successful in an activity that is a professional activity, that is a work activity, that is a hobby, that you sell with you. It is a money-making venture. I see you being successful with that. At the same time, though, I also see you coalescing with someone of the heart. Again, far or near, this person is always there. Now, what also is quite interesting about this is that you're dancing around shadows, because you're shadow boxing. You're shadow boxing with your own self, because you're putting yourself to the test. Okay, this is what all of the little bit of fear, little bit of anxiety is during that month of September. Look, after Soilo Fei, who says, money, 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 if I was a rich man. All right, now look, this is a time when, of course, there are these cards here. There are these two cards, working hard and getting nowhere, you're thinking in your head. Well, let's see what the bottom of the deep blue CCC has to say. And look, Pisces, there you are, the king of water, the king of cups. That's you. What about you, man or woman? And we've got, what is that? We've got the Chariot, and the Chariot grows to success. The Chariot moves towards, all holds barred. Nothing is in your way. And what's so interesting about that, Pisces, is that in the shadow boxing phase that you go through the entire month, you come out holding up, someone at the end of a boxing match holds up the arm of the winner. There's no one there to hold up your arm. So remember that. There's a downside to this shadow boxing, this not being able to fully exchange and share that with yourself. Right? We did talk about another person, didn't we? We did talk about another person. All right, now, what did we say? We said that they are near or far, they're always there. We've got this sort of rider card it is a movement card. Again, going away from the spread. This is the thief, and the thief speaks to negative change. And what is that? The gifts, the gifts, precious gifts. Now, something is being stolen from you, and what could that be? You have that in your core. You know, when we do exercises, I started a new exercise plan, and the woman who's guiding the program says, remember your core. This is your core, your core. In your core, what do you feel? 8 of Cups. You feel like turning and going, turning and walking away. Why? Because that coalescing that we spoke of, Pisces, that coming together of the two sides of your soul, and one side is represented by another soul. In your mind, in your core, not to say gut. And so what do we've got? What do we've got? What have we? We've got a moment of truth with the Judgment card here, Pisces. We have a moment of truth where you come face to face with your shadow, and you say to yourself, okay, it's time for me to man up. I have to man up. Now, what am I seeing in relation to that? Look, Pisces, it will take you the entire 3 upcoming months, September, October, November, until you start feeling more at ease, not only with yourself, because that will come. Success was written in Soilo, the rune, but with your acceptance of the person on the back burner that comes to the front burner now and then, and all of the people, the other people in your life, and the roles that they have, and the idea that I'm spreading myself too thin, I can't, no, my God, no, 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 and then yes, 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 I need that energy, I need that person. So it will take the next couple of months, beyond the month of September, for you to come to terms with that. But you will. But you will. Let's take Hang Tight. The 8 of Swords tells you that in the month of September, you can and you will see the back burner boy, the back burner girl, always coming to the front burner. You can see them. And it will be same old, more of the same, more of the same. What do I mean by that? If it had a certain modality, that modality will come through till the end of the month of September. There will be no person on their knees with a ring saying, oh, I can't live without you. That's not in September. Or inviting you to a gorgeous weekend in the mountains of who knows where and making you feel like a king or queen. Okay, this goes for both sexes. Now, but, what does Urus Merkstave tell you? Urus Merkstave tells you, look, Pisces, it's time for you to grab that bull by the horns. And what did we say before? Man up. Man up, Pisces. It's time for you. It's your time. It's your time to show the world that, yes, you embody who you are, that creative self that you are. And so we will be seeing bestsellers coming up early 2021. Now, I do see a bit of another story here, Pisces. You in relation to relatives, it's as if there's a light that comes in every now and then and turns on, and you say, oh, my daughter, oh, my sister, my uncle, that's right. And you see them as being alternate egos, other egos. You see them as yourself, as a reflection of yourself. Now, for those of you, I'm saying purchase of a car, that is okay. The month of September, wherever that came from. Purchase of a vehicle, a moving vehicle. There are people who also want to get into the business of transporting other people. That is welcome in the month of September, ladies and gentlemen, Pisces friends. I do see also you knocking on someone's door as if you're asking for help. Therapist, any kind of therapy, psychic readings, anything that will give you another person's, a trusted person's intuition in regards to your situation. All good. September can hold this. You're receptive to that. Your health, I'm seeing it as just windmills of your mind. You can convince yourself, Pisces, that you're the strongest person in the world this month, but it is you who has to convince you. Also, I see that there will be some promise. There's some promise of payment. There is a promise of payment. And you do wait for that day, although it doesn't seem that it's that important for you because you know it's going to come, okay? What I like also is the fact that we have the future coming in bright, whether, and she has this monocle turned backwards, whether it's in the near future or the far future, it is coming up roses. There's also another tendency here. There's a tendency, as I said, of course, there's that little bit of fear that trips in. We have, the nights are not always full nights of sleep, okay? We do, during night times, have these dreams that come out from left field, Pisces. Expect more of that. Expect unbeknownst to you, who is that person in my dreams? Somebody you see in a movie and they just pop in your dreams and they have such a resounding role and you can't seem to put the pieces together. You were a hairdresser, they picked you up and brought you to the Queen's station, and all of these crazy wild dreams. Expect those the month of September. But there is a way, and I'm seeing it really, really clearly for you, Pisces. There's a way that you get around trying not to give this major player, your primary ego, all of the limelight. There's a way that you split, and one of you is sitting there watching, and then the other is acting, and you're able to, if you're capable of doing this, because a lot of people cannot, but this, it seems that those of you who are able to really enjoy what's going on, because you are able to have a little bit of self-irony and laugh at yourself. But there's something else coming in, Pisces. I'm seeing flowers, I'm seeing gifts, I'm seeing people coming to you, relatives, friends, as if, something like a shower, a baby shower, or a party before you get married, or some kind of birthday party, or some kind of celebration for something. And I'm also seeing you in that case as being there, but you're not there, all right? So remember the mindful nature of walking in your own shoes every minute of the day is what keeps you healthy, Pisces. And remember, we did talk about health, and it's your game. It's you knowing how healthy you are and you instilling that, yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, she is. I am. I am. Pisces, look, there's more than meets the eye this September. And we caught a lot of that, and I'm thankful for that. But there are a lot more messages that are coming in. One has to do with music. For those of you who work with music, who listen to music, and the music message is for those of you who never listen to music. Music is going to be important in a healing process for you in the month of September. Use music. That's one. Another thing is a wild action. I'm seeing wild action, throwing your arms up in the air and saying, Hosanna, or yelling at the top of your lungs, no more, I don't want any more pain. You as telling the universe what you want and what you don't want. It seems like a kettle that's boiling for tea and just let out. Okay, that is expect that. Expect that as being a healing process as well. Expect the gifts when you don't want to be there, but you should be. And there's a very small percentage of you Pisces that will feel that you're not getting your due. You're not getting what should be coming to you. Let's take a look at that. There's the Four of Swords there. It is coming. It will come. And it will be coming after September. We mentioned the months in the fall, October, November. Key players to get that bestsellers list, to get on that bestsellers list, and to do all of your promotion and promotional efforts. I'm seeing pangs of guilt. Okay, there's sort of guilt in relation to relatives around you that you feel you have not been completely truthful with, and that needs to dissipate. That needs to dissipate. Let's take a look here. The runes are always so good at that. The gifts, all right. This is Gifu, and Gifu is all about giving and taking. And your pangs of guilt are in relation to this give and take where you have not given enough. But remember, Pisces, universal balance, for those 10% of the Pisces who feel those pangs of guilt, universal justice, karma has a way of balancing things. And this too, for those who feel the pangs of guilt, towards the end of October, they will be no more. They will be no more. The night is the time when you release all of your anxiety, as we saw that Nine of Swords. There are small children that need your attention. Very, very small children, whether you teach in a nursery or a kindergarten or are babysitting or something. There are children of your own, but there are small children that need your attention, Pisces. Reach out to them and you will have that exchange, that Gifu exchange that we mentioned. Also, there's an air that becomes lightened. The air lifts as if you feel a lightness of being right after mid-month. Right after mid-month, when you feel it's now that things are going to go well. That's when you convince yourself that things will be going well. I do hope that this was of help to you. And I won't leave you until do like, share, and subscribe. And I'll end with this.
enjoy the month of September until we read together again. Bye-bye.